guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to run up to my brother's house and get a little bit of content of some Mopars. He's got a Dodge Little Red Express. He's got 2 or 3 65 Barracudas. I think he just sold one of them. And then he's got another Dodge truck and neon RTs, PT Cruiser turbos, some drag racing stuff. He's got a lot of Mopar stuff, but the old Barracudas are cool. A little bit of history on a couple of them, or on one of them, racing history. But anyway, I'll get some content on his Mopars and let you show them, because I did tell some guys in a couple chats that I was going to get some video of his cars. So anyway, we're going to get on the road in the old GT and start heading up there. I think he's like an hour and a half away from me, so we're going to head on up there. All right, so here I am, just got to my brother's house. We're going to take a look at a few of these cars he's got. I'm going to start off with these Barracudas. He's got 164 Barracuda. This one's got a 360, right? Yeah. This one's got a 360 in it. He bought it from Oregon, had it shipped down here to Arkansas, and this is going to be one that he's fixing up for him to drive on the street. And then he's got this 65 that he purchased out of Oklahoma. This one's a Formula S, and this one has got some someone put there's a wide body kit on it. Put some flares on it back in probably the 70s, 60s or 70s. This one actually, the guy that owned it in Oklahoma did some drag racing with it back in the day. This one had been parked since what, about 81 they said? 82. Had been parked in Oklahoma in a garage since 1982, and he purchased it after the gentleman passed away. His wife sold it. And I mean, you got some of your old school stickers. That's an old B&M racing transmission sticker there. Looked like it was done diamond pleat, Michigan International Speedway. Floor shifter, factory tack. Yeah, this one here was pretty cool. It's got the original 273 Commando in it with a 4-barrel. Is that the dual point distributor you put back in there? Oh no, you took it out and you put electronic in here, didn't you? No. Oh no, it's still points? Okay.
Single. I got the dual point there.
Okay. It did have a dual point distributor in it, and he took it off to rebuild it. It's got some custom extremely long tube headers. Like the header collectors are at the back of the transmission. They wrap around the steering box. I mean, these were built to the car. They're I think they're cool as hell. I think that really sets it off of what you got there. Anyway, plans are we got to rebuild the transmission in this one. I've got one being rebuilt now for it. Oh, you've already got one that's rebuilt, ready to go in? Oh, well, he's got to get off his ass then and get it in the shop and swap out this transmission. And then this one will be with a radiator and just a couple little small things. This one will be ready to ride. Are you going to leave it the same, just like it is body-wise, right? You're not going to paint it or nothing? I mean, the history on this car, I think it looks it's cool as hell, just what it is. Well, there's the tags, 1983 Oklahoma. So the guy, apparently he parked it.
Transmission, second gear went out.
Oh, second gear went out the transmission, and he parked it in 1982. And I have heard this one run. It sounds really good. I'll try to include a video clip of it running in this video. But it sounds great. I have not heard this one here with the 360 run though. Apparently it's a running car. It needs a transmission too, right? He's got one being built for it now. What, 727s? Both of them? 904s. Oh, 904s. 904s, okay. He just put these 14-inch wheels and tires on here. It had some aluminum slotted, or not slotted, but the
Outlaw too.
Outlaw 2s. Yeah, they were real modern. I think it looks better with these old school slotted mags on here, for sure. This one's going to be like a street strip car. He's going to drive it on the street and drag race it. It may end up getting a motor transplant later. We're going to maybe pull the motor out of your Little Red and put in here. Probably. For some more fast action. So we'll go out and look at his Little Red here in just a minute, but he does have a really strong built 360 that's it's going to be, it would really be fun as hell in that car right there. There's a turbo swap 2.4 Neon that he drives on the street. That's a fun car too. This guy's ate up with Mopars for some reason. There's his 2003 Dodge Ram. I got that truck brand new in 2003. And how many miles? I think I had about 20,000 when I gave it to you. Oh, I had 80,000 miles on it. 70,000. Anyway, it's got over 300,000 miles on it now. Oh, over 400,000? Yeah. So we've had that truck since it was brand new. He did the SRT 10 swap on it. Everything but the engine. It's got the 456 Dana 60, Super Dana 60 in the back. It's got the Brembo brakes. Everything, he bought everything off an SRT 10, including the rear wing, which is not on the truck now because he hauls a lot of stuff with it. Hauls a lot of trailers, pulls a lot of cars with it. It's been a really good truck. Still has a 4.7, but with 456 gears, it does great. All right, Bad Tree Productions. Here is a car that you may find interesting since you spend a lot of time in the neon circuit, and you may have seen this car before. Yeah, the bumper and hood's been changed out. It did have a complete fiberglass front end on it at one time. Yeah, it had a one piece. Was it one piece, right? It wasn't? Oh, he just changed the hood and the bumper on it. Okay. Oh, it had a cow hood on it. Okay. This car he's had for quite a while. He's done a lot of work to the interior, lightening it up. It probably don't weigh 1,700 pounds, maybe. With the motor and transmission? Oh, without the motor and transmission, it's about an 1,100 pound car. 1,100 pounds, so wouldn't take a whole lot. A turbo setup in this thing would fly. Even a nitrous motor would be extremely fast. Roll cage, gutted doors, all aluminum pan in the back. Lexan all the way around. And he's got skinnies for it and some slicks for the front end. But yeah, this car here would be pretty nasty for a 4-cylinder car, and it still may go back together once the other projects are completed. He's just got a lot of projects around here. We'll put that back on in a minute, Mike. Let's go out here. We'll walk out here to the other Mopar graveyard. We got there's his very first Neon RT he bought back in '99, was it? 2000?
53,000 miles on it.
He bought that '98 Neon RT with 53,000 miles on it. What, 22 years ago. He drag raced it for a long time. It's had several built motors in it. Been a really fast street car, fun. All kind of cams in it, from crane 16s to crane 22s or something like that, right?
10, what's in it now?
It's got 10s in it now, crane 10s in it. Here's his Little Red Express. He got this truck about 1988.
Something like that.
Yeah, somewhere around that. He had a 70 Dodge Challenger RT. Well, I don't know if it was an RT, was it?
I don't remember. It
was SC, I think. But anyway, he had a 70 Dodge Challenger with a 383 4-speed that my dad bought for him. And it had a 4-speed with some like 273 gears or something. It was super high gears. And my dad drove it to work one morning. He worked at a used car lot, and he said he was hitting over 140 miles an hour in that Challenger, and he thought, there's no way I'm giving this to a 16-year-old. So he got to the shop, or to the car lot, and he put it up for sale and he sold it. he went and bought this little red, and we restored this truck back then, you know, 30 years ago. Restored it, had it looking great. Somebody fell asleep one night and Dukes a hazard a really deep ditch. I went down in a ditch, came out of it, hit another ditch, and nosedived it into a field. So tore it all back apart, put it on a new frame, put it all back together, and then drove it for quite a while. And just like my 64, it's set for some time, set in storage forever. And then, and so recently he had this 360 built by Mike Lau at Lau Racing Engines in Cape Girardeau or Jackson.
It's north of Cape.
Yeah, out of Cape. We'll just say out of Cape. Mike Lau, he's real big on LS engines. So he built this 360. Look at J-heads on it.
Yes.
J-heads. Mike says it should be around a 450 horse 360.
Wiseco pistons.
Wiseco pistons and forged stuff. But anyway, it sounds nasty. So we put it in this truck, and I don't know how streetable it will be with that motor in there, but that engine there, once we're going to go ahead and get this thing lined out, get it back on the road, and that engine may come out and go in the Barracuda. But yeah, it needs to be put back together. So what? It's an 8 3/4 rear end.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got 391 posi in it right now.
8 3/4 with 391 posi in it right now. Has it always had 8 3/4 in it, or did you swapped it out?
Dad put that in there.
Oh, our dad swapped that out years ago and put that 8 3/4 in here. So that's tough enough. This one's 727, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 727 in this one. Manual valve body or standard valve body?
It's a TCI valve body.
A TCI valve body, but it's built. This one was built by Fred, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Goldberg out of Bay, Arkansas. He built this transmission.
Got a 2800 Cone install in it.
Yep, he called Cone, gave Cone all of his information on this engine. And Cone built him a 2800 stall for this truck. So yeah, it's a nitrous converter. So we'll that's gonna be a fun truck. I think you guys are to back me and try to get him to start him a channel on building this thing, because I would really like to call this truck out at No Name Nationals. So y'all need to get that guy right there to start him a channel and put some of this old Mopar stuff on it. And I'm pretty sure he could grab him 500 subscribers before September, so we could go race together. I'd really like to call him out, because we haven't raced our trucks since the 80s, 90s, early 90s. They both set for over 15 years or somewhere around. I know mine did. I started driving mine again, but that'd be awesome. Get them both out there. I don't care who wins. Chevrolet's gonna win, but it don't matter to me. But anyway, yeah, he does have there's another Barracuda for a parts car up on the corner there. I mean, honestly, that car could be put back together. Yeah. He may turn that one into a Barracuda drag car one day. Who knows? And then some PT Cruisers. Mainly he gets these PT Cruiser turbos, and he likes to yank the damn motors and stuff out of them and fix them up. So this other PT Cruiser, I may not have put a video up yet, but I've got a video. It's a turbo cruiser. It's been gutted. He just recently lowered it. He's got some leg sand on the back window. He just recently lowered it. It's been completely, is it unlocked? Yeah. This one he's drag raced. It's automatic. It's got a, what tuner? You got a Diablo tuner?
Yeah.
1000cc injectors?
Something like that.
Yeah, something like 1,000cc injectors, Diablo tuner. I think you're tuned on the 85. Turbo, it's been gutted. He was having it. He's got, well, the problem he's got with it is if he turns his traction control off, it don't have a posi track in it, so it'll, even with slicks on there, it won't hook up with one, with one slick. So he's going to put a differential in it. So he's got posi track, and this thing should run in the 7s, in the 8th mile. Should run in the 7s with that turbo 2.4 and the tune on it on the 85. So it has run 820 spinning, and I mean, it's impressive. So this little 4-cylinder cruiser, it'll run with the SRTs and the Mustangs and stuff once he gets it where to hook up in 8th mile anyway. Yeah, 2.4 turbo. Nothing fancy, just it works. But anyway, yeah, the Barracudas will be cool getting those together. Yeah, he just built him a new shop. Still working on getting some garage doors on that. Once he gets that done, he'll have a lot of he'll have a good area to work on some of these Mopar projects. Get some of this stuff put out. It'll be neat. Which one of these projects you guys want to see him work on? I like Haley. He's got so many of them. I like them all. I think the gold Barracuda is going to be cool. I would really love to see the red Barracuda race at the No Name Nationals in an exhibition class or something like that. Because I mean, it is just a stock 273. It's not like it's going to be really fast, but man, it's sounds great. The history of the car, just to get it back on a drag strip again after 40 years would just be really, really awesome. But anyway, this is what we got for today, and I hope you guys liked the video, and we'll see you on the next one, and I'll try to get a little more Mopar footage for you Mopar guys. Thanks for checking it out. We'll talk to you later.